Krazy, we're back.
Yeah,
Beyond the Realms.
back again.
And we're still doing the janky ass film with the iPhone off of the iPad, because we're janky and, I don't give a shit about upgrading our technology, I guess, huh?
It's better that way.
It's more real that way.
Oh, really?
It's
It
more
is.
it's more bare wire like Saint Anger. Oh.
It's more medieval.
Yeah. And we hung out last weekend in person. We did no fucking videos. What's up with that? We were too busy drinking though, right?
Yeah, it just got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. So today, guys, we figured, we'll probably do a couple videos here, but this first one, we were just going to talk about movies we've been watching here lately. And, I've been watching several that I haven't reviewed here on the channel, just for a couple reasons, because, most of these movies have just been reviewed to hell and back. And a lot of movies, I've been watching here lately, I've just been, watching older movies and, I don't know, man, but really, like myself, my movie watching this year has been really low, and there is a reason for that, and it is because of the WWE Network, to be honest.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, it's just, man, with it being so new and there's so much shit on there, it's like, man, if I get free time, I'm watching some old fucking pay-per-view, man. I've been going through all 1990 and then 1991 stuff. There's just so much shit, man. Isn't it awesome having it, Crazy?
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, I've been trying to go through all the WrestleManias that I really want to see because we're 2 weeks away from Mania, and I've just been having that, been in the Mania mood anyway. I'm like, oh, I need to watch this one, and I love that one, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
like a wrestling fan's dream. Seriously.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about just movies we both been watching. Actually, tonight was the very first new film from 2014 for me. I went and saw Need for Speed tonight, which was my first movie this year in the theater. It's crazy. Well, I did see the Lego movie. That's from last year. So, but first new movie from 2014 tonight, and I was impressed with it, man. I liked it. It has plot holes. It's not a perfect film. There's ridiculous shit in it, but man, it was a fun movie, dude. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. The racing's realistic, and I don't know, man. I really enjoyed the hell out of it myself. Aaron Paul was awesome. It was just a good, fun movie.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Is I haven't even been to the movies this year, and not a lot. Not that I remember, and that's crazy for me. It's just I haven't seen anything that's piqued my interest, but I want to see that because of what you said.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth seeing, man. It's a good theater experience movie, man. It has some tense moments, the racing in it was very realistic. It just, and it just played better that way. It wasn't, Fast and Furious, it's successful because it's a spectacle. It's over the top. It's crazy. This was of course it has over the top moments, but the racing just came off as way more realistic, and it comes from them not having, bunch of CG and all this stuff. And it worked, man. It just worked a lot better, I thought, man. It was just a lot of fun. I highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out as soon as I can. Because I haven't really seen a lot that's really interested me, but I did want to see that, and it's a shame it's not doing well at the box office.
Yeah, it came in number 3 last week, and it's like I talked about when we left. I think the reason why it hasn't done well is because it's not this huge spectacle with all these fucking outrageously crazy stunts, which to me, that's why I liked it, but I think the general movie-going public that likes racing movies, that's probably why. They might watch this and be like, well, there's just not... there's, like I said, there's some over-the-top moments and crazy stuff, but nothing nearly as crazy as Fast and Furious. But I loved it because it was much more realistic in the racing department. It played better and it had a better story. It had more of a soul and just a human feeling to this over the Fast and Furious movies, any of them, I thought.
That's awesome. Yeah, that makes me even more interested. And Aaron Paul's awesome.
Oh man, he is, and he's great. He just finished Breaking Bad and went right into this movie. And Selena, my wife, said it the best, I think. you know, he plays devastated well, because there's a few moments in this film where he's utterly devastated, and he plays it very well. You know, I mean, he's just awesome at that. You know, the very emotional parts, he does a few in this that were just, it was great.
Oh, that's great. That's even makes me even more interested.
Yeah. So what's something you've been watching here lately, Krazy?
Oh man, my viewing has been varied because like I get in the movie moods, of course, too. And I watched Kray and I from Outer Space a few days ago.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I had that movie, and I'm a big Ed Wood fan, and it was like, I've been wanting to watch that forever, so it was like so great revisiting that one.
Yeah, God, I ain't seen that in a while, man. That movie, the first time I watched that, man, I was drunk and stoned out of my mind. It was back in my smoking days, and I was just like, what the fuck? Because I had no idea. I didn't even know what it was. Like, oh, what the hell? You know, put it in. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's awesome, though, man. I need to see it again, too, man. That movie's so great.
It is. The cheesiness makes it that much better, too.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. And, you know, I've seen a lot worse movies than that. I mean, considering it's considered the worst of all time. I mean, yeah. Right, I've seen worse than that.
It's
and
still.
I have a lot of respect for Ed Wood, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a great charm to it, too, man. I mean, it just does. I think that's why that movie's endured, too. I mean, besides having that title of worst movie of all time, it does have a great charm to it, man. How can you not say that, you know?
Oh, it does. And it was like, those movies are like the precursor to all these, like, Sharknadoes and all that stuff.
Yeah, it really is, man.
I mean, really.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I've always been a fan of Ed Wood.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, and especially, you know, the movie Ed Wood. I mean, Tim Burton did. I mean, we could do a whole segment on that, which sometime maybe we need to. But yeah, that's what made me take interest in him.
That movie's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, another one I watched recently was American Hustle, which, you know, was up for Best Picture. Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Jennifer Lawrence, all of them. And, you know, blind bought this movie, and, you know, now granted, when I watched it, there was a lot of distractions going on in our house. You know, I had to pause it several times, and that can affect watching a movie. But honestly, man, I was kind of disappointed in this film. I didn't like it as much as I would have, and after watching it, like, I would have been okay just renting it, to be honest with you. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, Jennifer Lawrence steals the show, I thought, man. I mean, I thought she has a lot of moments that are just awesome and very memorable. Christian Bale was just so-so in this, which is kind of odd for me to say, man, because he's usually so awesome. He's just so-so in this. And overall, man, it was just kind of a dull film, man. It drug on and on. The beginning to the middle was really good, I thought, and then the middle really drug, then it picked up a little bit, and then the end just drug, and it's just a very uneven movie, and it's just a lot of, you know, it's about con men, and it's just a lot of, you know, talking and tons of exposition, and it just doesn't, I don't know, man. It could have been a lot better, I thought. I want to watch it again uninterrupted. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it. I gave it a 6 out of 10. And this is a movie I didn't review here on the channel. This is just like my mini review because there's been so many people already review this film. It's like, why do it, you know? But, you know, just it could have been way better, I thought. It just was okay.
Yeah, I want to see that too. I mean, I was interested, but I mean, it just sounds so as it seems.
Well, I mean, you know, and you might like it a lot more. You know, it's one of those films just hard to say. It could have been better than it was, I thought, you know. So.
Oh yeah, I know those. I mean, they're set up pretty high, but it's just like, oh, I mean, well, subjectively to the person, it's like,
Yeah, to me, it was just like, I mean, it kind of, you know, I don't see why it was nominated for an Oscar, but at the same time, it kind of fits in with most of those Oscar Best Picture films because, you know, one thing I'll say about those is, you know, 90% of the films that are nominated for Best Oscar, in my opinion, they're one and out type films. Like, I watch them one time and that's it. They're done. They have no replay value. I mean, sure, they're well-made films, but they're just not fucking entertaining. I mean, that's just, most of the 10 films that are nominated for Best Oscar, most of those, I'll see them one time, that'll be it for me, you know?
Yeah.
Most of them.
Like, I know, like you said about Gravity, it was like overrated.
Yeah, that's another one. I'll mention that real quickly. Gravity, just another film to me that was so-so. I felt like I'd seen that film 100 times. It wasn't, anything. I mean, the way it was shot was awesome. Cinematography all was awesome, but the story and the way it played out, it's like it. Come on, man. Every single moment, is going to get down to the last second, the most tense moment it can possibly be, and then they're going to be saved and redeemed. And then it had the nice fucking wrapped up, nice happy ending. It was just like, dude, really? Why is this nominated for Best Picture? I mean, for all the technical categories, yes, but other than that, no.
Other than that, you said it's like just a generic melodramatic movie.
It was very melodramatic. I don't get it, man. I don't know, dude. I totally don't get it. I don't get it, but that's just me. So, yeah, we're running up onto 11 minutes here, so we'll start moving on. Sorry I'm yakking so much. What's another one for you, Krazy?
One of my favorites that you turned me on to, probably my favorite sport movie of all time, Warrior.
Oh, man, yeah.
I could go on and on. I'll say this is no shame, man. That movie makes me cry.
It's awesome, dude. I mean, that's a very gripping story, and that's one that, that's a prime example of a film that should have been nominated for Best Picture and wasn't. It got a Best Supporting nomination for Nick Nolte, and that's it. That's all it got. It's like, really? That movie's fucking awesome. That movie's
amazing.
Man. Yeah.
And I'm a huge drama fan. I mean, a huge drama fan. But that's my tops. And man, that movie it hits so hard, man. It's amazing how much accolades it didn't get.
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense when you watch it because, I'm not a UFC fan. I mean, I respect it and everything. I'm not a UFC fan. And that's what this whole movie's about is UFC fighting. It doesn't matter, man. It's just if you like a good story, good storytelling, and something that's going to really grip you as a drama, that I couldn't recommend it more, man. It's like a modern day Rocky, man. It really is. It's in a way, I mean, it's its own story, but it has that underdog feeling and it just gripping, I don't know, man.
It's
sport.
Perfect, man. It's a perfect story.
Yeah. So what else you been watching? Didn't you watch Tombstone recently?
Oh, yeah, just like that's one of my favorite westerns ever.
Yeah, that's good.
Movies ever. I love that movie.
Yeah, man, God, I haven't seen that in a while, but yeah, that's an awesome one, man. It really is good.
Watch that movie. Yeah, like my cousins and I, whenever they come over, like we always quote that because it's so quotable.
Yeah, it's one of Val Kilmer's best, if not the best.
He really that was an awesome character. I mean, he really got into Doc Holliday perfectly. That's one of his best roles. I think that's one of Kurt Russell's too.
Yeah, it's just it's a classic, man. I mean, it really is. It's a really awesome movie all the way around. Everything.
It is, and I think the western is an underrated subgenre myself.
Yeah, man. I used to say I don't like westerns, but I can't really say that, man, because really everyone I watch and see, I'm just like, wow, they are good movies.
And especially like the Leone ones, man. I mean, overrated, no way. Those are worth all the hype too, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess real quickly I'll mention here is we're running short on times. We still got to do these in 15-minute increments because my uploading abilities is bullshit. But I've been watching, man, Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead. I've watched both of those movies 2 or 3 times over the past couple months. Man, I don't know, man. Those movies never get old for me. Where I go through these phases where I just want to watch them over and over several month period of time. And like Day of the Dead, I've watched it.
Watch Day of the Dead again.
Yeah, I've watched Day of the Dead like twice in the past month, man, just because I found the score on Spotify and I listened to it again. Just awesome, man. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, you got anything else quickly you want to add, Krazy? We're under a minute to go here.
I watched The Fountain, and that movie renewed my interest in. That renewed my interest in Aronofsky and that movie again. Watching it.
Yeah, and he's got Noah coming out, which is going to probably be his biggest film ever.
Yeah, for his biggest budget so far.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's what we've been watching lately. We appreciate you watching, Krazy. It's awesome to have you back here on Beyond the Realms. Guys, we appreciate
It's awesome being back.
Yeah, man. Guys, we appreciate all the support, and we will be back with more videos soon. Talk to you later, guys.